Biotechnology, student of University of Management and Technology, Salcott. I am here to present my presentation topic that is Buildtech, or the use of textile in the construction, and we can also say that it a technical textile. So first of all, what is textile? Textile is no more used only for the interior applications like carpets and curtains, but used in civil engineering. Also, we can say that construction for temporary structures. New textile materials, invention, and method textiles are used in permanent applications of houses and civil engineering. Current era, we are more focused in construction. Houses and building designs have more sunlight, greener, high performance, cost saving, and sustainable structures. To fulfill that requirement, textile play an important role in our daily life, or if we can talk about the technical textile, it is basically a product manufactured for non-aesthetic purposes where function is the primary criteria. It includes the textiles for automotive applications, medical textiles, geotextiles, Buildtech, architectural textiles, or green roof, and also new development for 3D printers for houses. So there are basic two categories of technical textile, that is Buildtech and GeoTextile. First of all, I shall tell you about the Buildtech. That what is Buildtech? It is going to create new tools and applications to improve the way companies design, plan, and execute projects, seeking to eliminate many of the problems that have affected the industry for decades, or textile used in building houses and construction called Buildtech or Buildtex. Textile have increased usage of indoor and outdoor for surfaces and hidden applications, as textile traditional use in houses as carpets and curtains, but textile can also in acoustic and thermal insulation. It is used in also acoustic and thermal insulation, protection of buildings against sun, water, fire, wind, etc. Another category that is geotextile. As the word shows, geo means earth, and geotextile defined as any permeable textile materials used for filtration, drainage, separation, reinforcement, and stabilization purposes as an integral part of civil engineering structures of earth, rock, or other construction materials. Geotextile is basically used in a wide range of applications, including the construction of buildings, bridges, dams, roads, or railways. We have also some types of geotextile. It has basically three types, that is woven fabric, non-woven fabric, and knitted fabrics. First of all, what is woven fabric? Woven fabric or woven geotextile are manufactured weaving technology or as standards clothing textile. Geosynthetics are of woolen type, which can be subdivided into categories based upon their method of manufacture. Woven fabric, it is the type. This type has characteristics appearance of two sets of parallel threads of yarn, that is wrapped and weft. Wrapped and weft mean that is wrapped. We can say that. Another type is non-woven fabric. Non-woven fabric is that is manufactured from either short staple fiber or continuous fiber. Short staple fibers are those fibers that include almost all the natural fibers except silk. But if we talk about the silk can also be cut up into short staple fibers. And the continuous filament yarn or continuous filament fiber are the fibers such as natural silk or synthetic, and these are grouped into bundles. The fiber can be bonded by thermal, chemical, mechanical, or mechanical techniques. Fibers are bonded together into a planar structure which include the following. Number one is non-woven mechanically needle punched. It means that these are felt-like and very flexible, having a fibrous network with distinct pores. Next one is non-woven heat set, and a non-woven heat set is a term used in the textile industry to describe a thermal processes usually taking place in either a steam atmosphere or a dry heat environment. And other is a staple fiber and continuous filament fiber, as I told you earlier, that what is staple fiber and continuous fiber. Another type is knitted fabric. Knitted fabric include, basically it is the process of interlooping of yarn or intermeshing of loops. Its properties are distinct from woven fabric that it is more flexible and can be more readily constructed into smaller pieces. Knitted geotextiles are subset to woven geotextile and are found as filters on pipes into two filters. This type is basically this type of geosynthetic are formed by usually the knitted technique in conjunction with some method of geosynthetic manufacturers, as you can see in the picture also. Next, we have some applications in the field of technical textile. So the first application that we will discuss is home textile, that is the use of textile in our homes. We can use textile in our home for comfort, safety, and decoration. And traditionally, textiles have been an important part of the interior of the human habitations as well as the human transportation systems, as it can use in the cars, buses, passenger trains, ships, or airplanes. With respect to the textile, following are the purposes that are used. That is the decoration. As you know, for decorations, it is used in carpets, wall coverings, curtains, tablecloths, and more. For comfort, upholstery, that means sofas, seat covers, mattresses, bed sheets, blankets, carpets, and more. And for safety, the textile used, that is safety belts and nets, also airbags included in it. Here are some functions of textile that are used in home and their applications as well. So first one is stain or water repellents. It is used in tablecloth, curtains, furniture, car, buses, trains, airplane seats. Next one is flame retardants. All possible textile interiors of buildings and transport system uses that. And anti-static behavior, upholstery, and seat covers. Upholstery, I tell you that it means sofas. And antibacterial behavior, that is bedding medical techniques. And UV protection, and it is used in roofs, tents, awnings, blinds, curtains, and insect repellents, also used in tents and nets. Next one is the outdoor absorption, bedding, furniture, cars, buses, train, airplane seats, etc. Another application of textile is the use of textile for transport. The idea is not recent. The idea of textile use in the transport material is not recent, as the textile ropes and sails have been instrumental in powering ships since the early days of human civilization and the birth of human aviation in the form of balloons, zeppelins, and early airplane prototypes is equally textile linked. The modern concept of mobility enabling textiles come in the form of performance fiber-based textiles used in balloons, parachutes, sails, nets, and ropes. Aircraft wing and body structures are boat ramps made of fiber and textile-based composites, inflatable components of satellite or other spacecrafts. Next one is the use of textile at industries. in industry. So technical textiles keep the wheels of industry turning in many different ways. Separating as includes many stages. The first one is separating and then purifying industrial products, cleaning gases and influence, transporting materials between the processes, carrying them through and turning machines, absorbing dirt and oil and acting as substrates for abrasive sheets and other coated products. And among all these processes that held in the industries, filtration and cleaning products are the most important product segments, as it is the primarily concerned with the design, production, and distribution of yarn, cloth, or clothing. The raw material may be natural or synthetic. And as I told, filtration process, about the filtration process. And also this is the process in which where any textile material used can be filtered, and the filtered textile material is called the filtered media. Another application is agrotextile. Agrotextile, this sector accounted for 8% of technical textile consumption by volume, and it is the use of technology in agriculture, horticulture, and aquaculture, as well as the fishing segment that if the fishing segment consumes large amount of textile materials, and with the aim of improving yield, efficiency, and profitability. Applications for technical textiles in agriculture include all the activities concerned with the growing and harvesting of crops and animals as well. The principal function of most agriculture textile relates to the protection of either food product, animals, or land. Induces range from crop production through forestry and horticulture to animal and poultry rearing and fishing. And as I told you, the fishing segment is that consumes large amount of textile. You can also see in the picture that plants are planted, and in the first picture the use of textile, and in the second one also the use of textile. Next one is the living roof or green roof. Green roof or living roof are used in most of our buildings and for effectiveness for better environment, as living roof have features vegetation, growing media, and waterproofing membranes, water retention, and drainage and irrigation systems. Here are some advantages of green roof. Living roof increase the green area ratio on building site and allow the design of commercial and recreational roof gardens and terrace areas, as it also creates beauty of home. It also reduced maintenance, as green roof geotextile materials protected against UV radiation, snow, and storm situations. Next one is water retention, as water retention continuous supply of water. It is the continuous supply of water to the roof zone in the absence of irrigation, rain, water in retented and supply through capillary action. The next one is the superior environment. It includes that by green roof planted area increase, which reduces greenhouse gases affected, and plants absorb, as you know that it absorbs pollutants, so it gives better environment. Green roof, it gives better environment. Next one is reduced energy costs. Living roof provides insulation properties and radiation is minimized, which guarantee building is cooler in the summer and warmer in winter. Another advantage is the better sound production, which is very beneficial, that in the building noise transfer is also reduced by the use of green roofs. Drainage, timely disposal of excess water not held within the engineering. So these are some advantages of green roof. Next one is the acoustic and thermal insulation textile. These are designed for external and internal blinds as geotextile material used in a house's roof for thermal insulation. Fabric are also made which protect the buildings from sunlight, and there are one example, as you can also see in the picture, Mermet solar protection fabric. And these fabrics are designed for external and internal blinds. And if you can see this picture in this diagram, so in the below, an example of intelligent textile fabric which adopt according to thermal permeability to consume temperature, having possibility to reduce cost of heating or air conditioning. Next one is the horticultural textile. It generally refers to structural fibers used to form tensile surfaces such as canopies, roofs, and other forms of shelter as well. So in horticultural textile material proposed very fascinating degree of independence with respect to their properties. And nowadays, horticulture is creating room for textile in building constructions and revive the principle of the tent as an horticultural form and do advancement in the concept further, not only in temporary structures, but also in permanent buildings, as you can also see in the picture. As horticulture fabrics are generally very thin, approximately 1 millimeter thick, and have very little compressive strength, but very high tensile strength. The next one is the 3D printer for house building. As 3D printing technology, we are made to make new things in a new way. The main advantage of this technology is build a house with low cost, as it is cost saving and environmental friendly, time saving, and very fast, as the Italian company world's advanced saving project WASP showed world's largest 3D printer, Big Delta, which can create budget-friendly megahertz in one continuous printing session. As we talk about the concrete printers, that 3D concrete printers will change construction forever, and it saves, as I told, it is cost saving, so it saves 70% in construction costs. Here comes some safety and health issues in the textile industries. As we know that workers face many issues. So the major safety and health issues in the textile industry include exposure to cotton dust. Exposure to cotton dust means the particles lead to respiratory disorder among the textile workers, and a disease commonly known as brown lungs is caused to these people due to excessive exposure to cotton dust, and the symptoms of this disease include the tightening of chest, coughing, wheezing, and shortness of breath as well, which is more dangerous for our workers. Next one is the exposure to chemicals. Exposure to chemicals in the workers that in the textile industry are also exposed to a number of chemicals, as they use many chemicals, especially those engaged in the activities of dyeing, printing, and finishing. As the exposure to formaldehyde, as you know that formaldehyde is also a chemical, and due to the use of this chemical, it can cause lung cancer as well as brain cancer and leukemia also. In contact of chemicals with skin and inhalation as well lead to several health issues effects, which is also not good for the workers. Next one is the exposure to noise. Exposure to noise means that it can damage the eardrum and many cause and also may cause hearing loss and other problems like fatigue, anxiety, reduction in efficiency, changes in pulse rate and blood pressure, as well as sleep disorders, having also noted an account of continuous exposure to noise. These are the problems that our worker face due to the exposure of cotton, chemicals, and noise. But there another issue that is ergonomic issue. In this, the workers in such units are at risk of developing various occupational diseases that the musculoskeletal disorder like carpal tunnel syndrome, lower back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain. On account of the continuous use of irons in some units, the humidity level is very high, contributing to the workers' discomfort. So these are some safety issues, health and safety issues in our textile industry, but we can also overcome these issues by some suggestions. I think to improve all these issues, to improve safety and health, we should provide, the industry should provide the proper light at the place of work so the eye strain can be avoided, and also workers should be provided with earplugs so that exposure to noise can be reduced. And in order to reduce the exposure to dust, workers should be provided with masks, and these should be and there also should be the proper ventilation at the place of work. So due to the use of these suggestions, we can also overcome these safety and health issues. Next one, we have some conclusions regarding to our topic, that is Buildtech. Textile instead of concrete is not only a slogan but a fact, but also a fact. According to this presentation, according to this topic, this report describes various textiles in Buildtech and civil engineering applications as shown where, why, and how this area is interesting and important by analyzing the textile structures. The benefits of using textile materials in civil engineering are the potentials of textile fibers to create a lot of applications which are profitable in products and durability, cost, strength to weight ratio, and environmental aspect, as well as I told you, many types, many applications of the technical textile, how textile is used in our industries, in our plantation, in everywhere in this world. So it is very benefit. So for have a look on the future. The future in the field of Buildtech and the construction is very bright, as the effect to be done from manufacturers side to do communication with customers and need to explore new markets, as well as the manufacturer. However, for manufacturers to be successful in the market segment, as in today's world, innovations are increased frequently and customers need more and more focused products requirements, which makes the market highly competitive and attractive and creates more business. As textile, according to me, textile using in the Buildtech and construction applications provided many benefits, many benefits, like it can increase the system performance and life. It can value engineering, flexibility in design and selection methodologies, and also specification based upon functional and design intent also. So it is very benefit. The field of Buildtech and civil engineering, the use of technical textile in the construction, it can improve our daily life use. It can it can give us many things to explore, many new inventions, give many things that we can use in our life. So Here are some references shown, and I think so that was the end of my presentation, and I hope you all understand the topic. And if you have any question, so you can ask. And thank you so much.